doing it.
Let's see if I can grab this butt. Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
You're beginning to believe. Here we are. Welcome to episode, I think this is 16 of Trash Talk. I'm in Ottawa today with special guest, Dr. Steve Love, ladies and gentlemen.
Not a real doctor.
Not a real doctor.
Thank you for that measure of respect.
Important to put that claim out, or we could get sued into the ground based on anything medical you say.
My grandfather was a PhD science professor, so I'm pretty sure PhDs are hereditary. That's why I went with Dr. Steve Love.
No, your handle is Dr. Steve Love, but you're in fact a very funny comedian who I met and worked with for the first time last night at Absolute. I think we both had great sets, for the record. The crowd
That
was
a fun show.
It was
let me
a
tell
fun
you.
one. Oh,
yeah.
We can start talking a little trash.
I forget that I'm the
Your bucket guy. Yeah. We can start talking a little trash immediately because great show, but right off the bat, before it even gets rolling, the hostess comes up to you and says, "There's a birthday group that really wants to be acknowledged. How do you want to do that? Do I tell them?" And you were like, "Look, don't tell them anything. I'll handle it." Good answer. Promise nothing. You know, under promise, over deliver.
I actually said, okay, yeah, I'll give them a shout out by name. And of course, the minute I got on stage, I was like, oh yeah, they want me to acknowledge. I forgot the name, obviously.
Sure. But then they believe they weren't shy of shouting out. And this is the trash I want to talk. It's classic awful comedy club behavior. They want the interaction. They're hungry for attention. And then one of the girls from the birthday group yells out the craziest thing immediately. I don't remember exactly how the interaction came about. Maybe you don't, but do you want to say exactly kind of what the person said?
I asked them how they knew each other. Did they go way
right,
back?
Two women within the group, yeah. Claire was the birthday girl.
And I forget the other one's name.
Yeah.
But like...
Here, we'll keep moving because we don't worry too much about butts or you'd never get off a single square block. If you're not seeing any other trash, you grab a butt as you go, but you don't break stride for a butt. And here I am breaking stride.
And here you're fucking liar.
Yeah, all right, okay. No,
Bro, I blocked your shot.
Yeah. We're syncing up. Look, no, there's no strike duo that works immediately in tandem. We have to sync up, but anyway.
I guess I'm like programmed to pick up the butts off the ground because in high school, like grade 10, I became friends with you know how like you have like your first like really sketchy friend?
Of course, yes. Ours was his name was yes, go on.
Yeah, like this was the kid who would like, you know, smoke pot and stuff. Yeah. I didn't realize truly what a skid he was.
Yeah, fought like a maniac,
until,
you know? Yeah.
Until we were walking somewhere on a sidewalk somewhere in Kanata, and this dude picks up a cigarette butt and lights it, smokes a butt off the ground.
Yeah, that's pretty
And he was
wild.
always looking, and from that point on, it was like I noticed him like looking for, like.
That's actually just sad. That just makes me feel bad for this kid.
But the funny thing was he had a name for them too. When there's a butt on the ground that has like a little bit of unsmoked tobacco in it, he's like, "Yeah, dude, that's a Cadillac." Why it's called a Cadillac?
Let's cross.
I have no clue. I've always liked that name.
All right. Well,
anyways,
if you see any Cadillacs,
well, we're not stopping for Cadillacs.
We've
been instructed not to stop for Cadillacs.
Well, I said don't stop for a spent butt. I mean, a Cadillac is a Cadillac. Cadillac's still got a little something to give, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, the crowd worked last night. So I'm like, how do you two know each other? And the birthday girl was like, she like buried her face in her hands, was like, oh God. I'm like, what? What is it? Like, don't tell me it's like, oh yeah, you met in high school. Like, oh yeah, what a scandal. And then the other lady like throws her arms up and is like, I fucked her husband.
Yeah.
And
boom.
The place just exploded.
Yeah.
Jerry. And then after like talking them through it, the other funny thing.
This is what I would say was the trash behavior. You didn't. They wanted the attention from the word go before the show even started, and then obviously she drops this bomb. I fucked your husband, and then as you're kind of like, okay, like, and you're still friends, or like, where are the husbands at? She goes like, move on, like, start the show. No, lady, you don't get to dictate that after you derailed the show, really. And I think
you are the show now.
Yeah, you are the show now. We are the law. You had to control the situation. But yeah, basically the trash behavior I wanted to call out is like the person at the comedy club who, you know what, you get too excited, you want the attention. Like that happens all the time. I'm not even gonna call that, it's not good behavior, but I'm not gonna say that's trash behavior. But where it crosses into trash, speaking of crossing for trash, I'm going for that, is the...
I'm sensing a theme here.
derailing the show, and then trying to shut down what is now like, you've created the situation, and now you want us to abandon it. That's terrible.
This is far more entertaining than anything I'm about to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Like, especially when I asked about the husband, I'm like, well, who's the husband with now? Did he switch to you or whatever? She's like, he's with my husband now.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? They're gay?
Yeah.
And no, it turns out they were just
boys
watching football together.
Yeah. It sounded like the start of a very beautiful relationship, her infidelity. But and then you were sort of like, are you swinger? Like,
yeah,
it
wasn't a swinger situation. It was a COVID, apparently.
Yeah, so somehow she blamed COVID for
Yeah.
She was like, oh yeah, her answer was
we were bubbled.
We're in each other's bubble. It's like, maybe you guys do the bubble different in Ontario. I wish, yeah, I would have had a whole different bubble protocol if I knew it would dictate me being able to fuck around for sure. Yeah, I wanted to say that by the time I got on stage, but I was like, these people they're a quagmire. That was they're the worst sort of audience, because they want the interaction and they don't want it. You got to go all in. What do you got there? A little Kleenex box?
Yeah, I know, it should go in the recycling, and also, yeah, I'm starting to see the drawbacks of this type of claw.
Here, if you can get it over, just take it right into this. Yeah, yeah. See, I did that a lot this morning. I did that a lot. Credit to you, man. You're showing a lot of gumption right there.
I did a lot of lot cleans when I worked in building operations at the sports arena in Kanata, the CTC.
We got into it a little bit last night. You said you saw some real, well, let's call it what it is. You saw human refuse quite a bit.
I saw human shit, picked up human shit in the parking lot. I think it was after an Eric Church concert.
Okay.
Those country concerts were the craziest.
You're gonna blame Eric Church on that and his fans?
Definitely both, yes.
Okay, fair. So you did that job, and then part of this came up last night, and one of the reasons I was excited to have you as a guest is you're a man of many different talents. On stage last night, you were killing it. You're a pretty good impression guy, which I respect, because I feel like at one point in my youth, I could do impressions, and then you know what happened, Steve?
Your voice changed.
No, I just stopped imagining. I just stopped being silly. And like now, I don't think.
Sad.
I don't think it is sad. I used to be a much more like. As a kid, like I took grade 9 drama, improv, whatever, and I would do an Eric Cartman impression. And now I just feel like I'm too closed off to be silly and do an impression.
Can you still do the Cartman?
Hey guys, fuck you. Yeah, no, that's it. I've been watching the new season, which is so. That's
the new season with that one episode that got pulled for some reason.
Oh, did they pull? Oh, they pulled that already?
They pulled that already.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. I'm sure it wasn't the South guys. It was the network.
No. Yeah. That's crazy. Well, so we'll talk about that. But
no, let's not.
Yeah, I tried to get into it a bit this morning. Do you know how hard that was to cover as a solo walker? I had nobody to bounce off him, and I was. The thing is, there was a politician in Manitoba who made, in my opinion, a pretty stupid public comment on it. But yeah, if you don't want to get into it, we don't have to.
No, what did he say?
It was a woman, it's Nahanni Fontaine, a Manitoba politician who's already had some notable gaffes, and she posted, this guy sowed a lot of division. We're talking about Charlie Kirk getting his fucking neck blown off. We can't talk around it. But basically, she said, this was a really negative person, and I have no sympathy for this person. They died the way they lived. I reserve my sympathy for their kids and stuff. It's like, you can't. You want to be one of the ones tap dancing on his grave. I don't honestly love that take, but then be that person. You don't get to be this half in, half out. I don't feel bad for him at all, but then, you're heading off the path of, well, he had a family. Well, I do feel bad for his family. Well, how do you think his family would feel if they read this comment then, So it's funny, she posted that yesterday. I commented on it this morning. By this afternoon, she's already had a retraction of her thoughtless comments. Like, say nothing if you're going to, or go all the way and be like, fuck this guy, and this is the world he wanted, I'd rather you just sit on that comment.
Yeah, she's just like the lady at the show last night. Yeah, can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't be cold-hearted and sympathetic at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway, all that to say, you've had a lot of jobs, and you were great on stage yesterday, handling all this. You're an impression guy, and your impressions early on in, I guess it wasn't early YouTube. 10 years ago, you'd call that like YouTube was already.
You know what? It was actually more than 10 years ago. I started in 2012, which was like the perfect time to do that sort of format that I was doing, like these 2 to 3 minute videos of just me doing impressions of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like
modern attention span, you can't go past 30 seconds.
Nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're talking about like the deep state or Israel or some,
yeah.
some
Then
sort
somehow
of,
you can do 28 minutes.
Oh shit! Sorry.
I saw it.
I hate cyclists until I am a cyclist.
Yeah.
Then I'm on the bike and I'm just like, hey man, share the road.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ring,
Yeah.
ring.
But anyway, yeah, you got in 2012 doing some impression videos.
Yeah, I had a couple hits off the bat. The biggest hit being Game of Thrones. Jorah Mormont was my favorite character to do because he would just put Khaleesi at the end of every sentence, like, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, Khaleesi. Like, I think I have a genital wart, Khaleesi.
So that popped off, and then from that, you got to do first Kimmel.
Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel, the GOAT late night guy. I'll never say a bad word
You're
about
calling
him.
him GOAT?
He's my rabbi.
Okay.
He's the man. I mean,
he's up there for in the modern era. He's definitely one of my favorites. GOAT is a bold statement. I mean, because basically people are going to immediately say, Letterman, Carson, whatnot. But look, he can be your
dude,
GOAT.
I'm just a homer. I'm
Sure,
I'm
for
saying
sure.
this because
None of
show.
those guys put you on their show. So yes, okay, I agree. Kimmel is the GOAT.
Yeah, no, like most people say Letterman. Older people say Carson.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Conan guy.
Conan,
Conan has quietly had like one of the greatest comedy careers of all time. Like
undoubtedly.
SNL writer, head writer of The Simpsons, in its fucking when The Simpsons was truly The Simpsons.
Yes.
And then 20 years of late night talk show, and then now he's podcasting and doing other stuff.
Coming out the better off the not scandal, but I don't know what you even call the debacle of like taking over and being bumped and having the non-compete, so he couldn't do anything. He's like, all right, fuck it, I'll take it on the road as a live show.
How did I get from talking about me to blazing Conan?
It's trash talk, baby. It wanders. It wanders.
Yeah, because the conversation meanders the same way we do when we're trying to find trash to pick up.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm going for it. We're mobile from these mics, obviously. So if you don't feel comfortable darting across this bike lane, as you've already been dinged at once.
I mean, I looked both ways.
Oh, hello, a Gillette Shield. I'm calling it a fun find. Anytime you see something you don't normally see, it's a fun find.
There's still some in it.
Okay, so actually the headliner Monty.
We have a Cadillac of Gillette shaving. Oh, it's not shaving cream.
It's the antiperspirant. So.
It doesn't spray anymore.
Monty, the headliner, told me, he's like, oh, I got into the condo and I realized they didn't have deodorant, and there's nothing around here, so I ended up having to buy a $13 deodorant. And I was like,
Hold on, dude.
What?
You're a grown ass man, and you don't bring your own deodorant to the hotel? What?
I don't know what happened.
What?
You know what? Let's extend an olive branch to Monty, who's a great headliner. Maybe he
no,
just
I love
ran
Monty.
out. Right
Monty's great.
Yeah, maybe
Monty's
his stick
the
ran
goat.
out. Maybe his stick ran out as soon as he got there. But basically, he told me he had to buy a $13 stick, and I was like, dude, as a Chinese Jew, like, you could. I'm sharing this condo with you. If you told me it was $13, I'd have said, hey, bro, stink it up. Don't buy that $13 stick.
Where do you find a $13 stick? Dude?
I don't even know. We need a bucket.
It costs like they're like $3.
They're $7 at Shoppers when you're getting gouged. So I don't know where the fuck he got gouged for 13.
Yeah. Those comments you made about your ethnicity, yeah, you just showed it again.
Yeah. I know all the prices.
Actually, it's $7.99 at Shoppers.
I know the prices, and I know the sale prices, and I know that
Rexall, they're the ones who will really gouge you.
Yeah, I would have let him stink up our whole comedy condo with his BO rather than him pay. But he knew, I guess, I was coming in, so he said, I better get something before the new guy comes.
Is Monty a sweater? Like, when he's on stage, is he one of those guys who, like, sweats a lot on stage?
He didn't strike me as a sweater yesterday. You've been working with him a few more days than me. He's definitely not sweating around the condo. He's chilling pretty hard. There's nothing.
Yeah.
We're not doing calisthenics together in the living room, so I don't know what he was worried about. But anyway.
Monty, if you're watching this, we love you, and we don't judge you for your perspiration.
Okay, where do you think is our most likely chance we're going to find a dumpster soon? Maybe, you know what? I bet this car dealership, do you think they'll get mad if we just wander down there and use their dumpster?
You know what? It's a Tesla dealership.
Don't get hit. Okay.
Right. We have the right of way, sir.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay. Like, I like to say when you have this, you're sort of above the law. Like, if somebody said, like, hey, what are you doing? It's like, hey, man, I'm cleaning up your whole neighborhood, so don't give me a hard time. Anyway.
I mean, the fact that it's a Tesla dealership, though, I'm a little worried because there's a security camera right there, I think. And then who knows if we're going to end up on some Elon Musk-sponsored AI watch list that goes after retarded libs, or I don't know.
Yeah, that could go right to his laptop. That could go right to his Palm Pilot.
He's probably watching us right now.
Yeah.
The guy is chronically online.
We do know this.
No, look, they're coming through my dumpster. They're going through my dumpster. What are these liberals? They're so stupid. They're so stupid, these liberals. What are they doing dumping in my dumpster?
Pretty good impression.
That's my dumpster.
Pretty good impression.
Thank you. I do impressions.
Which got you onto Kimmel, which then gets you the attention of the Game of Thrones producers.
Yeah, they got, like, so according to them, they were fans of my video. I was like, that sounds like bullshit. And then they actually quoted one of my videos, because I do like I did like a Biggie lyric, and they quoted it in their email. They were like, we've always been a fan of, you know the song, Give Me the Loot?
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, my man inflef a tech and a nine at my crib Khaleesi. And they were like, we've been trying to get that in the show, but it's kind of elusive. And I was like, yo, these guys are real fans.
That is crazy.
I love it. They basically asked me if I wanted to do a scene in the show. I said no.
I have principles. I'm a YouTube guy through and through.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, obviously.
Yeah, that's a lie. I mean,
dude, did they ask you up front? We want to kill you on screen, or did they just say we want you to do a scene?
A little from column A, a little from column B, because initially it was just.
I'm going back for that plastic bottle.
Yeah, okay.
You want to grab those?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, no. Divide and conquer.
Look, man, you're the captain of this trash walk and talk.
We're all.
Oh, now you're picking up. Now you're picking up butts again.
That was a smooth grab. So.
All right.
Oh, so this fucking saran that comes from dart packs, the worst.
Yeah.
The worst.
Yeah. No bueno.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of shrink wrap. Just like in general, and also the consequences of shrink wrap.
Dude, the sad thing about this show is that it's an absolute band-aid for a bullet wound. We're not going to stop. The only way we need to create less trash. You know, we're fucked. We're probably fucked no matter what. But I would feel more confident about the world if there was a real, beyond like what we're doing, paper straws. Like we're still wrapping everything in saran. It's still so many single-use plastics in general, and packaging. No. I'm as guilty. I'm an Amazon guy. I'm a Prime guy. So like I'm creating the problem. But
everything feels like a drop of water in the ocean. But small people, small actions can have a ripple effect, and
doing your part is all you can do.
Do your part, like we're doing right now, while also promoting your own personal brand as a performer.
We have the moral high ground. We can promote. We can whore ourselves up.
You can have your cake and eat it.
Yeah. I found the loophole. You do something nice, then you can do something.
Garbage here. We got some garbage.
Oh, we got some garbage. See, you're starting to get it, right? It gets exciting now.
Actually,
when you see
I called it garbage. I didn't call it trash. It was off-brand.
You can call it garbage.
I'm sorry, boss.
It's all good. 2 cigarette packs. Yeah, the litter associated with cigarette packs is just really about 90% of the trash we're going to pick up. Anyway, they email you, they throw your quote at you so you know it's the real deal, and then did they say immediately we're going to fly you to Belfast to be killed, or like what was the convo?
No, I actually asked them. I was like, do you think you could give me like a gruesome death? And they were like, yeah, that's exactly what we had planned for you.
Nice.
So it was a little from column A, a little from column B.
Yeah.
They negotiated with my reps for like back and forth with the producers, and sort of like figuring out what they were going to pay me, how it was going to work, because I wasn't SAG-AFTRA. I was in the Canadian Union, so there were some complications there. I wanted to get my SAG card. I didn't end up getting my SAG card. I took the money. It was like it was a whole thing. But then it's next thing you know, I'm getting scripts sent to my house. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you got flown out.
Yeah.
And you got, ultimately, we can say it, and a spoiler alert for a show that's been off the air for 10 years, you got killed by the Hound, season 6.
I was the first person he kills after his comeback.
Right, yeah.
Like, he basically picks up the axe at the end of the episode before, and then I'm the first victim.
Yeah. He comes in hot. And
yeah, well, he was good Hound for a while.
Right.
And then he's like, then everyone he cares about is basically massacred, and he becomes bad Hound again.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck Hound. The actor, Rory McCann, was like the fucking coolest guy ever. Mm-hmm. Lives on the Isle of Skye and like chills in a sailboat, has a flip phone.
Nice.
Just like
that's awesome.
That's a real man's man. My dad visited the set, and he was super, super nice too, to me and my dad. So
that's good to hear.
That meant a lot to us. Everyone on Game of Thrones was like super nice.
Yeah.
And I think it's part of my philosophy that people who believe they're working on something good or something important.
That's not trash. That's a
are
stone.
happy to. I think it is. No, that's a stone.
Well, you know what? It's definitely it's not meant to be here. I think we can agree on that.
So. I think that's too heavy for that clipper.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so dude, like that's it. What's crazy is last night you didn't even bring this up. We closed the show and a guy walks by. What's funny is Monty and I, the headliner, we're both selling fridge magnets as our merch. You had a good line at the end of the show, like, "Hey folks, if you love fridge magnets,
tonight you are in luck.
You are in luck." So Monty and I are honking our fridge magnets, and a guy walked up to you and went, "Yo, man, Game of Thrones, like, when they said your name, I thought this can't be the guy, but I've been watching that shit for 10 years, and I heard that, and then I asked you, and you're like, yeah, I guess I was on Game of Thrones." And I was like, holy shit, man, if I was on Game of Thrones, I would be telling everybody, I don't care how long ago it was, and to get a kill, like, this was, I mean, everybody, I don't need to set up.
Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, shit.
Oh, he's coming in hot? I don't need to set up the context of Game of Thrones because I think everybody is, it's not like, I don't have 9-year-old listeners who don't understand, but in case anybody's sort of forgotten, like, the hype was so crazy and it was known for its kills. Like, at that point in time, if you told me, hey, Mike, you can be on Game of Thrones and we're going to kill you, but we have to actually kill you, I would have been like, okay, but who's going to kill me? Like, if it's a hound kill, yeah, you know what? Fucking chop my head off. What am I going to do that's better in life than that? So let's just end it, but get it on camera.
Yeah, and it's kind of surreal to think about. Like, you're talking about the popularity of the show, like Obama's seen my face on TV. Like, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
When the episode aired, Gucci Mane had just got out of jail, I think, and he was watching Game of Thrones for the first time, and it was my scene, and someone messaged me to be like, "You're on Gucci Mane's Snapchat story." I'm like, that's cool, I guess.
First thing he did when he got out of jail?
Yeah, he was like sit down with his wife and
amazing.
Or significant other.
Okay, I am feeling like this park is pretty clean and is probably maintained by like a dedicated parking staff.
I just wanted to show you the beautiful views.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
At Dow's Lake.
You want to go for a canoe, kayak together later? Could we do that?
Pretty hard to two-man a kayak.
Okay, well.
We could two-man a paddle boat. We could steal a yacht.
The Doing Nothing?
Yeah.
Great name for a boat.
Do you know what this fella does?
What does this fella do?
This fella commemorates the Canadian Dutch liberation in World War II. This dude is facing a statue exactly like him in Amsterdam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So is he meant to be a Dutchman or is he just meant to be a man?
He's just a dude with a hat.
Just a dude with two hats.
Oh yeah, the dude with two hats.
Yeah, and he's saluting a similar guy across the world.
I'm about as good a tour guide as I am a self-promoter, evidently.
Pretty good. We were kind of talking about it last night, like HBO is the top tier of TV, and it's funny, is this just a mushroom? One loose mushroom?
Yeah, it looks like a tiny skull.
Fun find.
Maybe it is a skull.
Call that a fun find, baby. But yeah, in terms of like, you know, it's funny, recently people have been asking me as I'm doing this, like, what do you want out of show business or something? And I'm sort of unabashedly saying, like, I want to make an HBO show. You know, I consider that the top tier. And like, Succession, you know, might arise to those heights, Sopranos, but like, I think the Game of Thrones is going to be a lot of people's favorite HBO show. You know, like it'll go down in that top 3, Wire, Sopranos. Game of Thrones, I think, is kind of how it's going to break down for a lot of people, you know? And
I mean, yeah, when Game of Thrones was truly cooking, there was nothing better.
Now, like, personally, honestly, for me, Sopranos is still great, but it's like The Wire has sort of become my top tier. And then actually, I'm a big Boardwalk Empire guy. I've watched Boardwalk almost as much as I've watched Sopranos and The Wire. I don't know if you are a Boardwalk Empire guy.
I love Rome.
Rome was
HBO
dope.
Rome
was
so
dope,
good.
yeah. It was only like 2 seasons, though, or something. Like, it was pretty short.
They were kind of like abruptly sort of like told to like wrap it up in 1 season. So the second season's a bit of a mess because it's like 5 years of storylines in one.
Right.
Yeah. No, fucking that show rocks.
Oh, Titus
Pullo.
In the pits.
13. And Kevin McKidd comes in, and is like 13.
Yeah. That's it.
I love when they yell. They get so fucking Kieran Hines, amazing.
Yeah.
First of all, there's a scene where he goes, "He was a consul of Rome." I'm like,
powerful.
Yeah. Didn't sound as powerful coming from me.
Pretty powerful.
Oh, looks like we got some school.
Wherever you see kids, you'll find trash. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, these are adults.
You don't need to tell me, dude. I was supply teaching. I know.
Oh yeah.
Kids, they might as well just be leaking dumpsters.
Yeah, they're leaking fluids. They're leaking trash.
leaking fluid.
Should we get this little bit of this before we cross?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, let's quick couple grabs here. Quick couple grabs.
I can feel my dad's energy right now. Like, don't miss the light.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a bit. Oh, these are flowers. These are like
yeah,
fake
dude.
Flowers. Okay.
These aren't trash, man.
Okay, we can. You know what? You start crossing. I'm a fast walker. I'll grab this tube. Oh, I see a weed tube, and we're making this light.
Yo, dude. Hold on.
Hold on. Above the law. We're litter picking. You can't get mad at us. Whoa. Hey, speaking of the Dutch, that kid had a Dutch soccer jersey. The orange.
Kid looked Dutch. I don't know if that's not meant as an insult.
It sounded like it. It sounded like it for real.
I mean,
it sounded very negative.
I mean, the Dutch are like, aren't they the ones credited for founding the transatlantic slave trade?
Yes, I think.
So I think being like, I think if a person of color calls you the Dutch man, you should probably rethink your choices in life.
Mm-hmm. They are truly an area like. They might be the master race, like that. They mostly look like the Hitler dream, you know, the blonde blue eyes and tall and striking.
I did visit Amsterdam right after I did Game of Thrones. I was like, I'll stay on in Europe for a little bit. Went to Amsterdam, and yeah, I was struck by how many tall, blonde, statuesque people walking around there.
Yeah,
I always thought that was like a Scandinavian thing.
No, the Dutch are. Yeah, see, now we're getting hard. Now we're gonna start like jamming each other up because there's not enough trash. We're in these well manicured grounds.
Why you this beautiful bird feather?
Yeah, that feather was full of mites. That's what I'm saying. The feathers are trash.
Forrest Gump would be. Why'd you throw out my flower?
Where did that feather end up in that show? You don't think it ended up right in the trash as soon as that shot was done?
No, the feather just keeps blowing in the wind like Forrest.
Oh, was that the metaphor? I never picked up on that.
Yeah, he's just sort of floating through life like a feather caught in a breeze.
That's a very deep take.
I don't know if it's that.
You know they made a second Forrest Gump book. Terrible.
Yeah, I heard about the book.
Yeah.
How he's like
he goes to space.
A much more problematic figure in the novel. He's like this big brute, and Jenny is like a little girl. It's a weird.
Yeah, they go out of their way to mention that he's a physical Adonis. And I used to have a bit of this. It's actually one of my earliest jokes. There's like a point where he's in front of a university lecture and the doctor's the professor's talking about how like this is a perfect physical specimen. And it's funny because they can try and show. You know who I
think of when I hear perfect physical specimen?
Tom Hanks. Well, that was my joke, is that they wanted to have the movie and you need. Are you picking up that crushed pastry? This is a fun find.
Dude,
it looked good actually before it
got
crushed.
It was definitely
some beef.
It was a Polish sausage from the looks of it. I'll leave that for the birds.
We'll leave that. But basically,
birds love bell peppers.
They wanted to have a movie that was faithful to the book, but they also wanted to win an Oscar. So they can try and make Tom Hanks seem strong by they show him winning the football games and he bitches that guy to the ground who was like harassing Jenny, but he's still just Tom Hanks, and you need that because you want to win the Oscar. But if they wanted a book accurate version, it should have been Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
as Forrest Gump, but it doesn't.
Schwarzenegger would have been good for sure.
I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is, Jenny!
Hey, you still got the impressions, yeah. Jenny and I were like peas and carrots.
Yeah.
Jenny, sorry for ruining your Black Panther party. The alternative
Hey, that's a Cadillac.
That is definitely a Cadillac.
That's a Cadillac. What was your boy's name?
Fuck.
Shout out, Chris. You didn't have to use his last name. We'll bleep that. Shout out, we found a caddy for you. Hope you're still alive. Doesn't sound like he would be based on everything you described, which is too bad.
It is something that me and my friends bring up from time to time. Like, what do you think he's doing right now? Probably like working for the government or something.
So you know what's crazy is my wild kid, I mentioned when you said it, everybody had, his name, he seemed to feel no pain. So like as a kid,
before we switch topics,
go on.
One last thing on Forrest Gump. Other than Arnold, you could also do JCVD.
Yeah.
You have Jean-Claude Van Damme, and like instead of punching the boyfriend, he like fucking whips a spinning back kick at him and just knocks him out. Anyways, I just wanted to get that in.
You want to hit us with a little JCVD being Forrest Gump?
I don't have a JCVD. It's hard to
really
pin down. Like,
Yeah, what is it? What
well,
is
honestly,
line? Yeah.
he's more of a blind spot for me.
Okay.
I know blood sports.
Yeah.
I enjoy blood sport.
I dropped a blood sport reference yesterday to the Kumite, and I got no love from the crowd whatsoever.
I was the guy clapping.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Well, I wish it'd been a regular
I was the
audience,
one
but-
guy clapping
Yeah.
who you acknowledged.
I
Yeah.
said, we'll talk about it after, sir. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, blood sport fucking rips.
Yeah.
Anyways, why don't you restart your...
Yeah, our kid was, he was absolutely insane. He felt no pain. He was definitely the kid smoking before any of us and like having sex. And
This kid definitely played Bloody Knuckles, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And he was he was merciless. He was a fun kid, and he was like a sneaky bully, but he was so funny as long as you weren't being bullied, you didn't care.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so you just get it off you onto somebody else. And so one of the kids he bullied the most was this kid who kind of had temper problems, so it was easy to fire him up. And what's funny is, you say, where are these kids now? We stopped seeing, grade 8 was when we parted ways in school. Somewhere in grade 12, he ended up being the guy who sold us weed, which we thought was hilarious. And then lose track of him. Ran into his cousin years later, and he's like, yeah, he ran off to Montreal because his girl had their kid, and like, he said, he used to be the king of talking girls into abortions, but this girl just went off and had the kid, so he ran off to Montreal to find her or something. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
How many abortions can you have before you're out of high school?
Well, this would have been, when ACTRA made that comment to me, it was several years after high school. But it's still, to be known as the king of talking girls into abortions.
Context matters, yes.
Is insane. Let's maybe cut up here.
Well, yeah, it looks like they're working on the sidewalk.
Yeah, and I started going up that way this morning when I went to the Parliament, so I don't want to retread. But basically, years go by, that was whatever, maybe 25 when I found out he ran off. The other day in my neighborhood, I ran into the kid that he used to bully the most.
Oh no.
And I was like, yeah, man, do you remember? Oh yeah, I'm great friends with him. I still talk to him. And I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, he was so mean. He was like, yeah, we all grow up and whatever and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, last I heard he ran off to Montreal to find his baby mama. And he goes, yeah, actually, I was just there. He's just such a great dad, man. He's just like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, he's doing culinary school. Like, he just really, just a really great dad. And I was like, holy shit. It all came around.
No, sometimes some people sometimes people need to like flirt with the dark side and in order so that they can find their light.
Sometimes you need to talk a dozen women into having abortions before you find out, I am ready to be a dad. I'll be a great one. I don't know, I threw that number out there. Again,
dozen.
His cousin told me he was the king of it. So, I mean, if you only do 2 or 3, I don't know if that gets you king status amongst your friends. I feel like it was a handful of, and obviously this is just a test, but he must have had very powerful semen, like he was.
Yeah, he was a mass shooter for sure.
A mass shooter. The kind of mass shooter we can all get behind. I'll cut that right out.
Look at that.
I'm cutting that right out.
Look at these. Look at the Glebe Annex, I think they call this neighborhood. I'm not sure.
These are kind of lower income.
Well,
I feel like.
I mean, in this like city proper, I mean like.
It's all lower income.
I mean, you can't really be lower income. They said in Ottawa, like the average rent in Ottawa now is like $2,000.
Okay.
And so to afford like a one bedroom apartment by yourself now, they said you have to be working $36 an hour if you want to like eat and stuff. We're all just trying to make it in this late capitalist hellscape.
Even in Winnipeg now, like my girl, she moved in with me in 2023. Before that, she was in a new building. It was a nice building, but it was over $1,300 for like a pretty small 1 bedroom. And to me, like, that's just crazy. Like, it's Winnipeg. Nobody should be spending more than $1,000 a month on a 1 bedroom. Yeah. Unless it's a very nice one. This was not crazy nice or whatever. It's just that the rents, they're squeezing us on all sides, Steve. They're squeezing us on all sides.
Yeah. What else is new, right?
Yeah. Well, we're out here doing our part. Okay. I mean, we're entitled to complain.
I mean, the sun is shining.
Yeah, life's good.
I got no miseries worth complaining about.
You want to grab that little piece of paper in the middle? So I don't mean to be like sicking you on things, but I'm gonna cross the street and get some of this shit too. We have a French fry container from McDonald's, an old school. I feel like this is like an older style. This looks like it's from like the 90s. They're normally not the big red container, right? Like it's a red carton with a big. This is like a throwback.
It's a sundae.
On a Sunday they use different.
No. Like
it's a Sunday cup.
Hot fudge.
Hot fudge Sunday. Even that's weird to me because it's supposed to come in I've gotten a
Sunday
McDonald's
cup.
hot fudge sundae. Yeah, I've gotten the plastic cups.
Well, it was empty clearly because there was no ice cream in this ever.
Oh yeah,
clearly.
that's true. Good eye, good eye. You're beginning to read the trash.
I'm nothing if not a trash talker.
Yeah. Are you starting to feel there is some level of fun to this? You can be honest.
What are you talking about?
Like
man?
the hunt of trash. You know, most people I've done it after a few minutes. They're like, you know what? I'm kind of getting
I'm keeping my eyes peeled.
Yeah. I told Monty, he might still do one with me, but I can't really tell if he wants to. But I said yesterday, I'm like, yeah, I do this show. You pick up trash. You can be a guest. You'd be surprised. It's pretty fun. He went, yeah, I would be surprised. I was like, fair enough.
Nice dry wit there, Monty.
Yeah.
Love it. This looks like a fleecy sheet or something.
That might have been a Lysol sort of, like a disinfectant.
Oh yeah, a wet wipe.
Yeah, this is how ironic now it becomes the trash itself.
Yo, this is your boy fucking jizz rag here.
Yeah, this is glued to the ground. Hey, if you want to take it home, you're up a towel. That's the joke Chloe and I, my girlfriend, always make. Like, we find like, oh, we're up a hoodie. We've gotten, that's stiff as a board. That's been run over several times.
That is gross.
Now it's trash, baby. Skirp. This is IKEA.
See, that's a veteran move right there. You wouldn't see the skirp if you're a rookie like me.
Oh, I've got soft eyes.
Hey, speaking of being up a hoodie.
Yeah, there you go. Ding, ding, ding. There you go.
I think it'll fit you.
I'd love to get this right into a garbage because it's just gonna fill our bucket.
Yeah.
Or do you think maybe someone's coming out of his house for it?
I don't know. But I think with that one we'll just leave it.
We'll leave it.
This guy can go.
That can go. That's
See
a good
that?
one.
See
Soft
that?
eyes. You're starting to learn.
Soft eyes.
That's from The Wire. It's have you watched The Wire?
Yeah. I'm a aficionado of The Wire. Yes.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. The beautiful thing about The
Hard
Wire
eyes.
is those things that
you need soft eyes.
Yeah. They say it's to Kimo when she becomes a detective, and then they also say it to Prez Belusky when he becomes a teacher. And it's one of those beautiful things in The Wire where it's said in many different contexts. You know, I'll take any motherfucker's money if he's giving it away.
The wire that connects us all.
The wire that connects us all.
The wire is society, man.
Have you seen the YouTube sketch The Wire the Musical?
Yes, I did see that. It was many years ago.
Yeah, it's a pretty good.
It was
the pull quotes from the critics like, why did they make this?
They had like the original cast in it, right?
Yeah, they had at least Andre Rayo, like Bubbles, and they had a couple
Kima
others.
was in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that takes it all back to HBO. You're part of the prestige of TV. What would you say?
And I got to do the HBO trifecta of, because you can kind of see, I get killed. You can kind of see my butt crack at one point, and then I do a lot of swearing. I do a lot of cussing in the scene.
Right.
So I get to do the HBO trifecta of violence, nudity, and coarse language.
Those are the big three.
The big three.
That's what you want.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was gonna say, what do you think is your top tier show?
Like, are we just HBO now?
Just HBO, yeah, in the HBO pantheon.
To me, Wire and Sopranos are 1 and 1A.
Okay.
I don't.
You don't differentiate.
I don't favor one over the other.
Sure.
They're both as good as it gets in the prestige TV realm. The first season of True Detective is
A standalone masterpiece.
S tier, probably the best season of television ever made.
Agree.
They show, obviously, kind of.
Season 2, honestly, in hindsight, has moments that make it, I don't want to say one of my favorites, but like season 2 is not as bad as people think. It was rushed. I don't know if you know much about the screenwriter, Nick Pizzialazzo. He seems like a real douchebag.
I've seen the name.
He definitely thought, I'm the greatest and I just did this one thing, I can obviously do it again.
I think it was a guy who, to me it felt like a guy who spent his whole life crafting this perfect, this perfect story, and it was like his opus. It was a masterpiece, and HBO was like, so, got more detective stories? He's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I can be ready in
sure.
a year. Yeah, I can be ready
throw
in 9
something,
months.
Like you can tell the difference between something that was written over the course of a decade and something that was written in a year.
Yeah, I've also heard that Taylor Kitsch sort of went and campaigned for himself to be in it, and that Nick, I don't want to say crumbled, but like, yeah, we could make that work. And basically, I've tried to imagine that season without that storyline. Hey, Twisted Tea, ding ding. So you wouldn't know this. This is in Winnipeg, the most littered drink by far is Twisted Tea, especially in my neighborhood.
Oh,
we can maybe get to that dumpster. Yeah, let's get over to that dumpster. But yeah, basically, if the season just had a little more room to breathe because they weren't concerned with that fourth storyline, you know, because there was Colin Farrell, Rachel McAdams, Vince Vaughn, and then Taylor Kitsch's storyline.
Yeah.
And it really jammed everything up, in my opinion.
Vince Vaughn was also a problem with that season.
You know what? Okay, this is what I want to say about people who hated that season. His dialogue is cheeseball as hell and doesn't make sense until sort of the end of the season, where you kind of realize like this film noir dialogue between him and his lady, like they are self-aware. It's almost a game to them, I think, and it fits between them. And as much as normally he seems too cheesy, he has two of the greatest scenes in that season, and in my opinion, some of my favorite moments in TV. Early on in the season when he intimidates the guy on the highway as he's trying to figure out who's fucking with him. So he gets his thugs to beat up some guy, and then he runs over. He's like, "Whoa, man, I saw that. That was crazy. What do you think that was about? Do you think like maybe you fucked with somebody, or you're running book in Vinci sweatshops?" And it's this crazy. The guy's like, "What are you saying?" He's like, "I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying maybe like watch yourself, you know."
I got to be honest with you, Mike.
What?
I don't remember that season.
No, okay, well, like, hey, I don't need you to remember it for me to enjoy reenacting it.
I enjoyed the reenactment.
His final season.
These are recycling bins.
Even this one?
That's a recycling bin. That's glass and aluminum.
Okay, all right, okay.
Fuck.
Hang on.
Fuck.
They got to have a regular dumpster somewhere.
Probably.
Or we'll just find a residential bin. Again, we're allowed to sort of abuse.
Wow. We are trash bandits. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
We could just dump it into that pile of furniture. That's a pretty good furniture pile.
Dump it in the fridge.
Dump it in the fridge. And a mattress. Anybody need a mattress? We could be up a mattress.
It's actually 3 mattresses, I think.
3 mattresses and memory foam. I don't think that's... Oh, here, little dumpsters over there, or little bins. But anyway, that scene, and then also his final scene, which I don't know if you remember, like his final scene in that season.
I kind of blocked it out.
He's walking through the desert, and he's sort of encountering a lot of specters of his past. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay, yeah, no, don't spoil it. I'll revisit it.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's worth that scene alone is worth rewatching. He does a phenomenal job. It's a great send off to a character.
Are you an actor as well?
So I'm a very bad actor, but as I joke about on stage,
we're all bad actors.
Yes, fair, good attitude.
There's only like 1 or 2 good actors in the world. Like,
who are they?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay, good.
And like
here, I'll lift the lid.
Denzel. These are recycling again, though.
No, this is, what do you mean? This is
paper.
trash, isn't it? Oh, what the fuck? Food compost. How do you
Paper
guys not have... okay, well, I'll say, look, most of what we've picked up, do you not agree that most of that is recycling? Look at the top. I see can, I see paper, I see plastic.
I see Paris, I see France.
I say,
I see Mike
dude,
Dean's underpants.
Do it.
Okay, I don't want to have to sort through it all.
You don't have to sort through it all.
Yeah.
I think, what do you think's in there that, aside from that Polish sausage, which will decompose in time? What are you doing? You're sorting?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're a true hero. Okay, so we're all bad actors. Am I an actor? In 2023, I joined the union because I did a few stand-up gigs that were recorded. JFL, New
nice.
Faces, and New Wave. And so that got me a backdoor into the union where I didn't have to be permitted via dozens of background gigs. If nobody knows, this is how you normally have to get into the union. It's actually inhumane what they make a person do. You gotta be background on like 12 Hallmark movies before they let you earn a decent pay. Until then, you're making min wage on set, being treated like cattle.
That's what I did.
Yeah?
That's
you
what
did, you did 12 BGs in a year?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I had a good time. I met John Cryer from 2.5 Men.
Nice.
He was nice.
Was that on the set of like Smallville or something? Like where would you have, what show was
no,
that?
dude. So like I've always worked in Ottawa.
Okay.
And so the stuff that comes here, you're either looking at the lowest budget Lifetime Hallmark movie of the week, Christmas movies, or you're looking at very, very, very independent films. The one with Cryer and Will Sasso, actually, it was a movie called Hit by Lightning. Or I think these two guys, I think, like plot to murder John Cryer's
Tampax
wife
packet.
or something.
Fun find.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Fun find.
See if I can bring see if there's one in there.
See ya.
To take home to the
That's a Cadillac. That's a Cadillac if we find one in there.
Yeah, it's only half used.
It's only half used. That's a totally good tampon. Okay, so you're in Struck by Lightning.
Yeah, I was just doing background on that movie, but like it's fun when you meet famous people and they're cool and they're chill and they're willing to hang out with the background actors.
It's long days. It's you don't even get to eat from the good snack table. The inhumanity of them segregating the good snacks for BG from the real craft services is bad, I feel.
Yeah.
I'm going back for this.
That's why they That's why people in the industry love Brad Pitt, except for his wife and his children.
Except for the
because on Brad Pitt's sets, everybody eats the same food.
Oof, I like that. Again, yeah, I don't want to speak to his family life, but I would like to be on his film sets. We could hit that big dumpster and then start doubling back to the condo. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Big dumpster?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Good for you that you grounded your way in, because honestly, I don't think I was about to get into the union unless I got this back door in. And then after that, now I'll take BG. I was stand-in for 9 days on Nobody 2, the Bob Odenkirk movie. They filmed both.
You were stand-in?
I was stand-in for...
I've always wanted to do a stand-in.
It's fun. You feel like you're actually part of the crew. Like you're actually like a part of filmmaking.
You have a very utilitarian role.
Yes. I was stand-in for John Ortiz, which is funny because I don't look anything like him, but if you know what the stand-in role is, you need to look...
John Ortiz, is that the dude... Is that the dude who's in like American Gangster?
Yes, I believe
American
he is in
that. American Fiction or whatever the fuck.
Oh, the movie about the black author.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the friend. Yeah, I believe that's him as well.
Yeah,
he's good. He pops up in all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Super nice guy on set.
That's sick.
Yeah, and all you need to do to be a stand-in is mostly you need to have the same height as someone.
Exactly.
And then bonus if your sort of skin tone matches, which I have going with John.
I think they do want the skin tone to match because
the lighting.
For how they they light you and how they yada yada yada.
Yeah. So I've been now I've been a part of a few things, and then I'm very bad.
Take this back alley here and see where it goes.
Oof. Okay. Well, here's the thing. If we get into the alley, we have to decide that
Hold
we're
on,
not...
let me scout.
Oh, it'll be bad. That's the thing, is these alleys are always bad, and
that's not an alley. That's just
a derelict
yard.
lot. Okay.
Well, it's just yard.
Okay.
It also looks kind of weird. Like there's two empty stools there, where maybe two ghosts talking to each other.
Yeah. We don't need to clean up around the ghosts. But yeah, I'm basically now I tried to audition. I'm very bad at it because I've never had a class. I tried to sign up for a class. They stole my money as far as I'm concerned. And now I have actually just gotten a few speaking roles because I have a friend who's a producer. He helped me make a couple programs for 5 TV, actually the show I was promoting yesterday, the Hot Deal show. So he's a director. He'll do a Lifetime movie here or there, and he'll always sort of find a way to squeeze me in. And I did just recently have something that came out. It's called Lucky Strikes. It's now on Crave. Little independent movie comedy about some guys trying to save a bowling alley. And I play the role of incompetent doctor. And I have a scene with real lines.
You know what? That's actually pretty on the nose. If
you're casting,
I mean, you seem like you could definitely. I would definitely cast you as the type of doctor to like mix up melanin and melatonin or something. Like, yeah, you just don't have enough melatonin. Or that's why you're a ginger. What are you talking about?
Yeah, anyway. Exactly. In the movie, I'm in the wrong room. I'm about to give this guy a prostate exam. I'm lubing up, and he's going, I just want you to look at my wrist. And I'm sort of like, is this room 203? Oh, damn it. I was like, it happened again. Don't tell anyone about this.
That's good.
Yeah.
At least you're not sinister, just fucking...
No, just incompetent.
Sexually assaulting men in the fucking... in a doctor's uniform.
I'm not doing it for my jollies. I'm doing it because I'm incompetent. And actually, very proud of it. I improvised. The line on script was just, let's not tell anyone about this. And I threw in... I say, let's not tell anyone about this. I'm kind of on thin ice around here, insinuating that this is a recurring problem for my character. So I felt pretty good about that.
Nice ass, by the way.
Made the cut. Yeah, nice. Yeah. But yeah, so look, I want to be I want to be on set.
You want to be a showrunner.
I want to be a showrunner, and in the meantime, it doesn't hurt me to be on set and just building familiarity and building connections. And also, yes, if I could have just one scene in sort of a great piece of pop culture, that would be enough. I know I'm not a good actor.
Well, look,
it's part of the earth now. Oh, nice, good kick.
Didn't even scuff my New Balances.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, people get too much in their own head about acting and like thinking about like, okay, if I tilt my head this way, this is how it'll play on screen, like da da da. You just show up and like say the lines, bring truth to the character. Sounds very easy, but like, when you can just think about like what your character wants, then it'll all make sense.
Yeah, but then also the A and B camera fucking gunning you down, and you need to not freeze up. It's not. I wish anybody who thinks acting is easy was forced to do some acting. You know?
No, theater acting is a different beast altogether. Voice acting is really fucking easy.
That's what you're kind of into now?
Well, I've been doing that for 11 years. I had reps who are like the best in the biz for commercial voice. Yeah, it's you know, pretty steady commercial voiceover work.
Just like a 30-second spot, you're the announcer. That's kind of your bag.
Yeah, sometimes you do characters who are like, "Oh my God, I gotta get my washing machine fixed," or something, you know, stupid like that. But and then other times you're doing stuff where it's like, "I am an alcoholic and I'm going to die if I don't do something."
You put a little Trump in that, I think. I heard.
No, that was just, yeah. But then again,
I heard
that's
a little something in there.
Yeah, it was definitely in the Trump register.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I've never had a beer in my life. I just never liked beer. I never had beer. I never liked it. I never thought about having one, to be honest.
As he's drinking one. All right, I'll have to cut
a little bit of copper piping here.
That's valuable. That's a fun find.
Yeah, man. This doesn't go in the bucket. This goes in your pocket.
Yeah, that's at least 20 cents worth of copper right there.
There, your inner bubbles is showing.
Yeah.
20 cents. That's 20 cents right there. You should probably cut that out.
Come back for the shot.
You should probably cut that out. I just start doing offensive black imitations. And I'm just like, can you cut that out?
No, let's nuke that.
Don't cut that out.
Let's nuke that whole segment. Let's cut. Look, it's all getting cut. The whole thing is getting nuked at this point. We've said we trashed our headliner. We can't say that. No,
I mean, you've trashed the headliner. I've been very complimentary to him, but we should also cut out all the parts where we say we're bad actors, because you never know who could be watching this. They're like, well, they're bad actors, and let's not hire them.
Well, again, actually, I think that was entirely me. I think you've represented yourself as nothing but a competent professional who knows how to bring truth to a character. I'm the guy who just said I get scared when the A cam is looking.
That's just acting teacher shit. I teach acting classes now, so I got.
Do you really?
So like I talk a big game, but I don't. Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
No, that's all good. You're scuffing my show shoes. Yeah, this is a shitty thing. I came here with.
I'm wearing my show shoes too.
Oh God. What's your excuse? I flew here with one pair of shoes. You could.
My excuse?
Yeah. Why'd you wear your nice shoes?
Well, I need to walk.
I
need to be comfortable when I walk.
Okay. All right.
I had a real bad case of plantar fasciitis last year.
Jeez.
And so
what did that feel like?
I went looking for plantar fasciitis.
Yeah.
Every time you take a step, it hurts.
Where does it hurt?
It's like all over like the base of your foot, basically, like in your heel or on the balls of your feet.
Ugh.
It's just basically just
stabbing pain in the bottom of your foot every step.
Pretty much.
Jesus.
Yep, but it came and it went. So now I wear New Balances because if hopefully some fake company will pay me millions of dollars to do nothing for them, like Kawhi Leonard.
New Balances are hot now.
That was a real.
You took it for a walk.
That was a real.
You took it for a walk.
Hari Bikram yoga stretch.
Yeah, you got a beef with Kawhi Leonard or something?
I do.
He
left the Raptors by.
Sure.
I was a Raptors fan. I'm a Knicks fan now.
Okay, that seems like not a move that most fans would allow you to make.
I went to a game at Madison Square Garden, a playoff game at MSG back in 23, and it changed my life as a sports fan. It was the most. It was a come to Jesus moment, and I just became a Knicks fan after that. I'd always liked the Knicks, like the '90s Knicks coached by Pat Riley with the fucking just a psychopath. There was a story. There's a story about like Pat Riley's like one of his first practices with the Knicks, and he just like shows up, rolls out this like cart that's got a big bowl of water on it, like a tub full of like ice water. And he just shoves his head in it and just like doesn't come up. And it's just like doesn't come up for like minutes until he literally like passes out. And then they like have to resuscitate him. And he's like, that's how bad you need to want to win. You have to want to win more than you want to breathe.
Followed by, all right, so we're doing 3-man weave drills.
Yeah.
Let's line up. Let's sink some buckets, boys.
Yeah, let's get a lap.
Yeah. I'm not a huge basketball guy. I jammed my finger in grade 6 playing basketball and had to be splinted. Like I sort of broke the growth plate or whatever. And after that, I was like, fuck this dumb game.
Yeah.
And in fact, now I realize like basketball is dope. And I play a lot of like indoor soccer. So like the 5-a-side game is very natural to me. And I wish I had sort of stuck with it at all. But
you play indoor soccer?
Yeah.
Play that Volta shit?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's a reference to the video game. Formerly FIFA. I don't know what they call it now.
Yeah. When I was younger, I was in fencing. I was actually I went to the Kanata Games for fencing.
Okay, man, you definitely. could be a central casting of a fencing kid too.
Yeah.
You say half Chinese, half Jewish? Fencing.
Put fencing in the special skills.
Yeah.
Special skills extra. But
I love that.
Yeah, basically I did that, and then I was 18, and like I wasn't gonna go to the Olympics, so I was like,
what?
I was like, it's done. There's just no reason to keep fencing. So then I joined an indoor soccer team with my friends, it's beer league. I was like, oh, this is so much more fun, and I love being in a team sport as opposed to an individual thing. So my whole soccer career, like I've played much more indoor than I ever played outdoor.
Yeah.
Which is kind of unique, I think.
I want to hear more about fencing.
What do you want to hear, baby? I was a foilist. That's the smallest target zone. I have a fencing bit. I'll do it tonight for you. That'll pretty much catch you up on everything you need to know about fencing and me.
Okay, sounds good.
I saw the
Fuck the podcast. Save it for the stage.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you stuff that's not part of the bit, which is that in 1999, the Pan Am Games were hosted in Winnipeg. And my uncle, let's cross the street and get some of that shit. It seems like this is the side of the street I think I was on this morning. Yeah. So basically, my uncle, who's actually no longer part of the family at the time, he was cool Uncle Joe, and now it turns out, no, whatever. He's,
he's MAGA Uncle Joe.
My aunt, he's not MAGA, but my aunt and him split up, so I don't see him anymore. But I did owe my fencing career to this guy because he got tickets for me, his son, my cousin, and one of their friends. Tickets to see fencing at the Pan Am Games in 1999, and it was also around the time of Ocarina of Time. I was playing Zelda. I was like, sword fighting, this will be fun. And what was crazy was that in 1999 when we hosted, a bunch of Cubans defected.
What?
They just didn't get back on the plane. They saw the Pan Am Games as their chance to escape communist Cuba. And one of those defectors was actually one of the fencing coaches in my training. Aristide. I think, as a saberist, which is the weapon where you can slash. It's a much cooler weapon than foil. Foil is like the training weapon, and I just never moved past it because I just didn't.
I didn't realize there were so many different types of fencing. You guys are like gladiators.
Three
different styles, different swords and techniques.
Yeah, so basically there's 3 different
weapons. I thought it was all just pointy end.
And honestly, it is a dumb sport. Like, yeah, it's a lot of windshield wiper. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, we could use, if you like.
What do you want to do here?
Show me your technique.
You actually got a pretty good stance. So if you could square your heels up, assuming you're right-handed. So yeah, basically, and then you sort of step out a shoulder distance, and that's your basic stance, and you get low, and that's the clickety clack. That's what you're doing. This is it. Yeah, and I would go like, I debate you, and then I come around. That's a disengage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the little. And I was a lefty, so it gives you the natural advantage that most kids in training only practice against other right-handed kids. But I was a lefty, and I was small and quick, and so I had some natural advantages. And I was good enough to be the best like in Manitoba in my age thing. Then I went to the Canada Winter Games, and I was 15th out of 30. Absolutely unremarkable, just the total middle of the pack.
So how'd you get to the Olympic level?
I said I didn't basically after Canada Winter Games, it was quite clear to me that there's I'm not going to make the Olympics. I'm not good enough, and I don't care enough.
It's like when it's like being on your high school sports team, and then you go and you visit a Division I college or something, and you're like, oh shit, I can't do this.
Yeah, and it's just very clear. Like basically, I did stick with it. All my Canada Winter Games peers basically dropped off after the Canada Winter Games. And I also say we had bad coaches. We weren't great athletes, but I think a better coach could have made me care more. We had these coaches who sort of only trained us.
If you had the Pat Riley of fencing.
If I'd gotten the ice bowl demonstration, I might have stuck with it. But these coaches kind of trained us all to be like, Canada Winter Games, that's the goal. And so then when I did that, and we all did it, most of us dropped off. I stuck around one more year and toured, doing competitions, and that was like an eye opener. It was like, hey, the kids who were just maybe a little bit better than me last year are way better than me now, and I don't care enough about this. But what was I gonna say about that? Something.
The Cubans defecting. They're just on the plane. They're like, I'm gonna take a walk. If I'm not back in 15 minutes, something's wrong.
I'm gonna go for a smoke.
Yeah, cut that out.
That's staying in.
It's not racist because it's a Tony Soprano or
Tony Montana.
I always get them mixed up.
Yeah, they're so similar. Okay, well, let's just find a dumpster there.
Manny, get the Coke. And Manny, get the Yale.
I think we're right close to the building, so let's dump and wrap it up. We've obviously shot our wad. We're getting just racist now. The longer we go.
Well, I mean, is it racist to make fun of Italians?
No.
Because I could do a million gabagool, Tony Soprano,
Fair game.
Are we really gonna do this over gabagool? I gotta fucking slice your gabagool over here.
Hey, it's totally fair game to make fun of Italians and Portuguese.
Yeah, especially in Little Italy.
Yeah. Yeah, now, look, the amount of ums and just meandering thoughts are increasing. That's how you know you're done talking trash. Something pop out. Oh, it's not your fault. The bucket's full. You're really getting into it. I respect you, what you're bringing to the table here, Steve.
I'm a fucking professional.
You stay until the job is done. That's from Snatch.
Stay till the job is done.
You stay until the job's done.
Lot of that little boy, are you?
That wasn't quite pikey. That was.
Oh, I wasn't doing the pikey. I was
okay.
doing just like the crime boss with the pigs. He's like, right, I'm gonna feed you my pigs.
Do you know the definition of nemesis? Okay, I'll just carry this. Don't do any more wedging. I feel bad. You've put your hands into that bucket more than any man should have to.
Yeah, but I have gloves.
You have the gloves.
Provided me with the gloves.
The $4 gloves, not the $2 gloves. These gloves have actually been like constricting my hands. It's actually crazy how I cheaped out and it's really costing me.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, I'm losing circulation. I didn't know that gloves could do this.
Yo, get this.
Oh, this
get the no dumping sign in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh look, there's a bag
Dog
of shit. Just.
All right, just do it. All right, I think. Oh. Sorry, people on the patio. That wasn't. I'm not trying to ham it up. I just caught a whiff of something. Let's say that this was episode 16 or 17. I don't even know, but it was a pretty good walkthrough. What was that area?
That was, I don't know, Glebe Annex, Dow's Lake, whatever the fuck.
Cool. What do you have any trash you feel you didn't get to speak? No, we're done. We're done picking. I forgot. We can't pick up more because I don't want to dump again before we get back to the condo. We'll call that. But yeah, it's a final thought. You don't have to have a final thought, but do you have any final thoughts?
Let's all just be nicer to each other.
Yeah, let's stop shooting necks out of people.
Let's, or at least like not, you know, like let's. I tried. Fuck it. No. Yeah, I got nothing.
Hey,
I got nothing. Hey, Absolute Comedy, Friday through Sunday, 2 shows Saturday.
Zero chance I edit this in time to be effective promo.
All right, well,
you're 3 episodes in the backlog.
You know, watch out for Christmas jars.
Follow Dr. Steve Love on Instagram.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, he's super funny, and he's going to be coming to a big screen near you soon. I feel it. Or you'll be voice acting in a kid's cartoon or something.
Yeah, or you know, I mean, I guess now I'm gonna have to make some fucking content for my Instagram now if I'm gonna get 1 million followers after this fucking trash podcast.
I have one video that has several 100,000. It's the one I described to you where I yelled at a bike thief. And aside from that, I'm not getting a ton of traction. So don't feel like you got to be ready for the wave of followers. But
let's go find a bike thief.
Yeah, that's the cheat code. All right, well.